Dot podcast. I don't know what happened today. The day got away from me. Whatever. But no, there's actually a really good story behind it. So I'm like, we're going to talk about it. It's fun. This week, I would actually politely call a throw together episode because I have been so busy socializing and living my life. I've not actually sat down and formulated any part of this podcast. And yes, I have had 2 glasses of wine. 2 glasses of wine. Anyway, I feel we have a lot to catch up on because even though my post 2-week episode was the Jason Momoa one, and thank you so much for everyone's support. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was just such a good interaction. I can't even deal. Like, I still feel like I'm on cloud 9. Like, the people that know just understand how important and exciting that was for me. But like, it was just everything I thought it would be. And now to share it with everyone else is just life goal. I am actually almost a month back in Queenstown. The house is somewhat almost sorted. I'm not going to lie, it's still a mess. I'm almost finding some kind of normal routine, but not like, there's still moments I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I'm almost flying to Rarotonga in like 3 weeks' time. And weirdly enough, I'm also at the point where I'm wondering if I'm actually okay and emotionally ready to wrap up my podcast indefinitely. I don't know. There's a lot of almost happening, and I just think that, this podcast, this episode is going to be about figuring like all of that out. Queenstown's naturally been my home. It's been delivering. I've been here for 3, if not 4 weeks. I've had gym membership dramas, random supermarket encounters, hot men turning up to buy things from Marketplace, which frankly no one warned me would actually be a potential dating platform, but anyway. I've had random guys getting my number, incredible sport on the TV, weather that goes from beautiful sunshine to snow like it's having some kind of crisis. This is all encapsulating Queenstown right now. So there's absolutely no deep theme this week. Don't get me wrong. This is just me and you guys having a catch up about this wonderfully random week that was. But also, I'm going to touch on... I put together I asked AI about a potential bucket list to turn 40. So we're going to kind of touch on that because it's very exciting, even though half the things I've already done and I was like, what the heck? Anyway, so today, I can't believe I'm telling this story. Like, I hope that everyone just kind of like gets my episodes and thinks, well, I'm not even surprised this even happened. Okay, so the house I moved into had a pre-existing couch. It was a big, deep, wide couch, one that I complained about. I told everyone, oh my God, don't sit in that couch. You need a crane to get out of it. It was like, the older you get, the more getting out of a beanbag is a problem. This is the couch, right? So I got clearance to put it on Marketplace, and a few people said to me, put it on the corner, like put a free sign up, whatever. No, the house I'm in is very much a big fishbowl type situation where there's just windows everywhere. Like, this is so different from Cromwell. Like, I get full spectrum, 360 degree views of everything. So I was like, I can't put a freaking couch out on the street corner and put a free sign on it. Like, I'll be instantly like a meerkat up against the window. What's happening? Who's taking my couch? Blah, blah. So I listed it on Marketplace, as I have done with a lot of things that I've had for the past couple of weeks. It's been great. I've told you guys this, the camper van stole my bed frame, blah, blah. I did not expect the hottest guy to come and pick up this couch today. Like, oh my word, I was not prepared. I think I let the whole idea of putting it on Marketplace completely lapse. Had no makeup on, track pants, bright yellow socks. I'm not wearing a bra. There's that, yeah. So anyway, I was just I was communicating with a guy and I just said, the couch is here. Do you want to come check it out before you take it? I don't know if I was expecting him to have a vehicle that could even take the couch, let alone how big this couch is. So this vehicle turns up and I'm like, there's absolutely no way you're getting this couch in that. Like, no way. So he's ridiculously good looking and we're just yarning the banter is bantering. He asked me what I do for a job. I tell him. I asked him what he's doing. He's like, oh, do you want to come to this restaurant that I work at and I'll shout you a drink? And I was like, okay. So that's why I'm a little bit drunk, not gonna lie. But anyway, so he does 2 trips to take this couch all the way back to his house. And it was just like, you just can't gauge anything. I've had the best time on Marketplace. I'm very happy to say that I'm done and dusted with Marketplace for a very long time. But I literally had the New Zealand version of freaking Jason Momoa come to my house this morning, and we're still messaging now. So it's like 7 hours later, whatever. It's fine. On Friday, just gone though, we had a family guest who came to stay at the house, which is great. My mum was a little bit like distracted by the fact that she had to go to this bar to, I don't know, she was meeting this person there, and she's wildly not confident these days. So I said to her, oh, I'll meet you. I'll take you to this bar, and then I'll go on to do my own thing that Friday night. So I'll have a drink with you at the pub, and then I'll go to the next function. And we're sitting there, we're just like vibing. I've never been to this bar in my life. And this random guy, I don't know how this conversation started, but all of a sudden, I don't know, he's just like joined our table, and I'm like, who is this guy? And he was really lovely. And then I said to Mum, oh, you're all sorted now, so I'll just grab my keys and I'll head to the next function, and I'll see you later on, whatever. As I'm walking out of this venue, this guy holds the door and he's like, oh, you're leaving, gorgeous. And I just stood there and I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting him to say that. But I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to the next function. And he was like, can I get your number? And I thought, oh my gosh, what is happening? I'm just very shy, I suppose. And I thought, did I miss the flirting cues? I have no idea. Anyway, I gave him my number and I went off to my next venue, which happened to be my absolute local, the Frank's Arms Tavern. I've been going there since I was 18, which is over 20 years now. Absolutely ridiculous. I love that bar, 100%. And to catch up with friends there that I hadn't seen for a while. And it's weird to think that, I'm 30 minutes down the road in Cromwell, have been there for 5 years. These people won't leave Queenstown. I get it, whatever. But like to be back over here and be catching up, having drinks, just the yarns were so good. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. It was just the best Friday. It filled my cup. And then as I was coming back home, I thought, I'll just pop into the pub and see if my mum's still there. I'll take her home if necessary. Yeah, she's still there. And I said to her, that guy that was sitting with us at the table when I first got here? Yeah, he asked for my number, so I gave it to him. And my mum just roared with laughter. She was like, he was really hot, Dani. I know. So between texting old mate from Friday and this guy who I've just poured a glass of wine right now at my house, see? I'm like 3 glasses deep because of just how, and it's a freaking Tuesday. Oh my God, I can't. Anyway, I'm having gym dramas at the moment, you guys. So I thought, I've come from Cromwell where it was $15 a week for a gym, whatevs. Queenstown's $45 a week. And I was thinking, what does that entail? So I've been doing some research, blah, blah. And I just wanted to chat to a few different gyms, see what's out there. And so I opted in for some, I don't know, callbacks. We'll call them callbacks. One of which I will name and shame, Snap Fitness Queenstown. There's problems there, I'm not going to lie. So I said, their website doesn't stipulate how much weekly membership is. So they give me a callback, 6 phone calls in 2 days, you guys. But then they wouldn't ring you to actually ring so that you'd answer. It would be a 1 ring and then a text message to say, sorry, I called. I'm just wondering if you're going to be here tonight before 6 o'clock while we can, while we're fully staffed so that you could join the gym. And I'm thinking, oh, come on, guys, have a softer approach here. At the end of the day, the gym is, it's not something that some people are very confident in. They want, a bit of support. This was intense. The sass the chick gave me, she was like, you've actually ticked the box on the inquiry form to say that you would accept marketing. This is the marketing. And I was like, oh, no. I would say, if you'd said, I want to know what the weekly membership was, that's absolutely fine. But this was like 6 calls in 2 days kind of thing, like pressure. And I said, no, that's not how I function. So I opted out of Snap Fitness, and now I'm just kind of thinking, I've got Rarotonga in like 3 weeks. Do I even need the gym? Which is wild to me. You can tell I'm getting older, you guys, because I'm going to a tropical island. I'm going snorkeling. I'm going to be in my togs the whole time. And here's me just like, I don't need the gym. Whatevs. Man, major fail, right? I tell you. Can't even deal. So yeah, between the random guys getting my number and the potential dating flat platform that is Marketplace, it's been a busy week. I've even been to the supermarket a few times. Like, I obviously stagger it. So I'm like, I don't want to leave the house early in the morning just yet. I'm sort of just playing it by ear. But it seems to be a situation where I leave the house and go to the supermarket at midday. Everyone's out. I don't know. And people that I've known for like years and years and years, I've had the best catch-ups for the past week. One of which happened on Sunday. I was doing my whole, what do you call it? Self-care Sunday. I even said to Mum, I'm going to go get a haircut. And I was so excited because I have not had a haircut since April. I go to the hairdressers and I was just kind of like one of those standby appointments, not an appointment that was made, just if you've got availability, I'll just have a haircut, whatever. This chick who I had no idea was the one that cut my hair in April, and she was like, oh my God, you survived Thailand, let's catch up, come and sit in the chair. So I had my hair cut by this girl whom I did not remember from April, and it was the sweetest gesture. She was so, she even said, I was worried about you because you were so scared, and I said, oh, it's just a lot. It's a lot to have to get on a plane to China, but also do what I did was just, it was go, go, go. And I felt so good just explaining how the trip went and how much fun I had. And she loved hearing about it, which made me feel great because I was like, oh, I haven't really told that many people except my podcast and a half dozen friends, just because it's my special solo trip to keep forever, So between having my hair cut and, spending time with this really great hairdresser and thinking, you know what, I live in Queenstown now, so I can actually book an appointment 6 weeks out and keep this shit going. So I was like, tick. I mean, I can go months without a haircut. I'm a top bun on top of my head kind of girl. Why would I ever have my hair down and have some beautiful structured layers or whatever? So this is exciting. This is me moving up in the adult world. So after the haircut, I went to Kmart, where I was like, I'm going to buy a storage unit or a bookcase or something so they have more storage in my bedroom. Oh my God. I don't know furniture very well or flat packs, whatever. But I was navigating the store as best I could. And I'm someone that, I think I go to Kmart often, but when I want something, I can never find it. Anyway, all I hear in the beyond distance of the aisles is, Daddy. And I thought, oh, I know that voice. Look, you guys, I have a friend that looks like Jason Statham. He sounds exactly like Jason Statham, and I've known him forever. I would say the better part of 15 years. My friends that I have for years and years and years. I think you should really note that down. But I seem to drop off and then I come back and whatever. Anyway, this is on him because he got married and had babies, and that's a little bit different. So we caught up in the Kmart and it was just the best interaction. We ended up across the street at the pub having a drink. I am who I am, whatever. But I just knew the second that I caught up with him, he's one of those really affectionate people that just kind of give you hugs for the sake of giving you hugs because he's happy to see you. And I was like, oh my God, I've missed you. But my mum even asked about him less than a month ago. And I was like, I don't know, he's a dad now, leave him alone. So it was just really good to kind of have that connection again. And he was like, oh, I'll come over to Queenstown and we'll because he lives in Wanaka, and we'll catch up, we'll get on the drink. And I was thinking, oh, you're the bloody reason that I was, living my best life when I was in my 20s. I mean, he worked in some bars back in the day where I would go out with $20 and come home with $16 because I brought a pie at the night and day. I would have nights out completely on this guy because he was a bartender, and it just makes me so happy. I love that he stuck around even though he grew up and stuff, and he's not proud of it. I told him what I'm doing for my 40th and how I'm having a destination birthday with 15 friends. And he was just like, I wouldn't even know what that entails, And I was like, yeah, but you chose the path of being a father and actually enjoying your life with someone. Whereas I have no kids, no partner. It's just me and a credit card. And I just thought, flog it. It's just different. It's different, but he wants what I have. And I don't know, 20%, I want what he have. Do I want to have a partner and kids? No, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it was just a really great catch up. So I don't know. We're going on all these different types of contexts at the minute. So anyway, I put together quietly a before 40 bucket list. And it was kind of used by, AI. I was thinking, if you were about to turn 40 and there's something you should do as a bucket list to prepare from a female's perspective, what would it be? And it said a range of things. Now, look, I'm not proud of this. I have done a lot of these things, but to everyone that's listening that might be turning of a decade, a significant decade, whether it's 30, if not 40, whatever. I got heaps of friends listening that are turning 40 this year. One of the things on the list is to do something completely for yourself. And one of the examples is to take a solo trip, book a beautiful hotel, eat alone, somewhere fabulous, go to a concert, or spend a weekend somewhere nobody needs anything from you. For those people that have babies and kids, I suppose. So I was like, oh, tick, I've already done that. Took a solo trip. So yeah, look, that was a really big one, but obviously they do put emphasis on the fact that you should be able to do something completely for yourself. And I do have a friend who actually struggled to even eat alone. So I slowly taught him how to have independence and confidence to do so. The next thing was to have one ridiculous adventure, something you'll tell people about at 70 years old, a spontaneous flight, dancing until the sunrise overseas somewhere, swimming somewhere spectacular, meeting someone you'd admired for years. And I was like, oh, I've just done that. I've met someone I've admired for years. I will, however, get number 3, which is get professionally photographed. It's not necessarily a glamour shot. It's actually something that you capture at 39, whether it be your face, your body, your personality, your style. You're not supposed to wait till you've lost weight or changed your hair and reduced, some body fat or something. It's actually just a professional photo that reminds you of, how you once were, whether it's a birthday cake shot or something a little bit sultry. So I will be doing that. I'm very excited to get professionally photographed. Wearing the thing. So I am so in love with this. I love wearing everything. Bikinis, backless dresses, red lipsticks, heels, colour, whatever. I don't save anything for any occasion. I wear it all the time. So yeah, look, I will wear the thing and I'll keep myself with my head held high that I'm very confident in doing so. Another thing was to create your signature look. So find a haircut, skincare, makeup, perfume, jewelry that makes you think, holy shit, yep, that's actually me. I'm doing that right now with K-Beauty. I know that it's kind of changing a few things because my skin's changing. I'm turning 40. However, the skincare side of things is where I'm aiming myself. Makeup, not so much. Perfume, I love perfume, whatever. But yeah, I would want to say find the haircut, but nah, it's boring. Do the physical challenge. I've already done that. I had done the 75 hard and I've done the keto diet in the last decade. So it's not about becoming skinny. It's about, lifting a weight that you never thought you could, doing something that's a little bit different and maybe a little bit drastic. Maybe, attending a class, and people struggle with classes. Learning something completely new, something that gives your 40s another dimension, a qualification, a language, a hobby. So for me, I am going forward with being a Miss Marriage celebrant. I think it'll be really fun. And it's totally up my alley, my personality, whatever. So I will be learning something completely new, which also falls into the side project that I've been talking about. A few people have been like, how does your podcast transfer to being a marriage celebrant? Well, I just think the skills are very transferable. So my 40s are a brilliant time to stop waiting for permission and actually starting the side project that I've thought about, not so much for a long sense of time, but I can't do this, it's fine. Making my financial life boringly organized. I love this, you guys. So I'm always about changing and updating KiwiSaver's mortgage, debt, investments, insurances, beneficiaries, and you got to decide what you want your money to do for you in your 40s. So I had this chat with my mum the other day. I know, I've been talking to my mum a lot about this kind of stuff. She's really informative. I actually thought about putting her on the podcast on episode 100, just because she would be great. But anyway, we were talking about how hard it is these days to go for personal loans or car loans and whatever. She had her own example, which I'll share with you. It's quite fun. When she was maybe 26, so my brother and me were born, my dad being the piece of shit that he is, he left her with a considerable amount of debt. Back then it was only $6,000, but she was on the benefit and she was a student. So times were tough. And so she went to the bank and she asked for a loan. I don't think she got declined. However, she applied for it. And an hour later, the bank advisor called her back and said her application made him laugh so much that he gave her the loan. And I think back in those days, I'm going to say the 90s, people were a little bit more flexible with how you could pay money back. I'm not saying that there was like stringent rules like there is right now. So what she was doing to pay the money back was to actually get cars from Japan, bring them to New Zealand and sell them. And I think she was paying $2,000 for a Japanese car, bringing it to NZ and selling it for $8,000, $9,000, so making a profit. She paid back the debt and then brought herself a car with cash. And the guy from the bank was so proud of her. And I just thought, oh my God, what a story, Mum. Like, you're actually crazy. And then fast forward to me now, and I go for a $3,000 loan just to make sure I had emergency funds for Thailand. And I get declined because I have too many business assets with my brother, because me and him have gone in for so many things. They said, oh, Dani, at the end of the day, if, you fell sick or you needed to pay something back. And I said, the funny thing is that I don't actually pay for these things. My brother does. He just used me as like collateral for a lot of things. So I'm not paying for it anyway. So I got declined. I had to go to the bank of mum, the bank of mum and the bank of my brother, which subsequently for me worked out better because they didn't ask for the money back. They said it was my birthday present, so that's fine. But yeah, these days, your financial sort of situation, if you needed emergency funds, it's so much more difficult to get. And it's just like, you got to organize yourself. And I actually thought I was organized. And then all of a sudden I needed it and it was a problem. And I was kind of shocked. But also, I haven't really had many positive stories come out of people that needed financial help lately. And it's all, I don't know, it's like the banks don't trust you to make money to pay off loans. It's like there's been like a trauma in the bank situation where everyone's just owing money and no one's paying it back fast enough. I don't know. The next thing on my list was to buy yourself something significant. Now, look, I always buy things that make me happy. Take, for example, recently it was 6 wine glasses from Japan. It was Japan Crystal. This stupid box of glasses was $115 for 6 cups. And mum was like, they're beautiful, like buy them. And I said to her, no, I'll save. It's fine. Don't worry. Anyway, the stupid glasses came on sale, $44 for 6. So I didn't even need to save for them. I just brought them. But yeah, it was kind of one of those things. So yeah. Sorry, I dropped the microphone. I love these glasses. Anyway, take yourself on a proper date. I do this all the time. I don't even care that I'm hiding and I'm like, alone. I'll just freaking take myself on a proper date anywhere, anytime, no problems. Make a 40 people who mattered list. Teachers, childhood friends, exes, colleagues, family, strangers, people who changed the trajectory of your story somehow. All the time. I love coming into contact with people again and I'm like, what the heck? Like, you changed so much because of blah, blah. I have no problems making a people who mattered list. Write a letter to your 20-year-old self. Tell them what happened, what you survived, what you worried unnecessarily about, who stayed, who didn't. Just write that letter to your 20-year-old self. And I've already done mine. I'm very excited. Then write one to your 50-year-old self. Where in your future are you living? Who surrounds you? What are you doing for work? Where have you traveled? What does an ordinary Tuesday look like? I can tell you right now, it doesn't look like this right now, where I'm sitting on the couch with a glass of wine after a few glasses with some random dude off Marketplace recording my podcast. Anyway, make peace with something about your appearance. I don't want anyone to love every inch of themselves. I want you to decide you're no longer spending another decade at war with anything to do with your body. Something that's occupied too much mental space, let it go. Make peace with it. Get the grown woman health admin done. So GPs, checkups, dental, eye exams, routine screenings appropriate to you. Learn about your family's medical history. So all important things to know as you get older. Have a friendship trip. Well, that's me and 15 friends to my destination 40th. So it's something very special. Throw a party that actually reflects you. I can tell you guys right now, every time I've had a birthday, it's not about me. It's terrible to say, but it is true. I will literally put like 20, 30 people in a room who know me that I think should know each other and not ever make it about myself. Like, I will throw a party and like an hour prior to that party think, oh, I'll just pull something out of my wardrobe to wear at this function. Like, it's never organized, I'm telling you. So I actually want to throw a party that reflects me. I don't know what that looks like, but whatever. We'll make it work. One final tradition is during the 40 days before your 40th, do one small thing each day that represents your first 4 decades. Some things could be really tiny. Flowers, childhood movies, message an old friend, wear a perfume, print photographs. Other things could be really big, like going and getting a tattoo and having a dinner or trying something completely new. For me, like, I'm so lucky in saying that I have done so many of these things. And if someone said, you had to do 40 things before you turn 40, I kind of celebrate myself in a really weird way where I just kind of do those things anyway. I get tattoos for the sake of getting tattoos. I enjoy wearing perfume all the bloody time. I print photos of my friends because I love and respect them. Like, there's just things that, I don't know. I send reels to people that remind me that these are why they remind me of that person, and Anyway, the goal was not to arrive at 40 completely transformed. It's just to arrive thinking, I know who I am. I've got stories to back myself. I'm genuinely excited about what happens next, and not be like down in the trenches. Oh, another decade. Like, I did that in my 30s. I've actually been past that sort of section of my life, and now I'm just happy to be where I'm at. And I think if you'd asked me to do this podcast and talk about this bucket list a month ago, I don't think I could even think about that, let alone be excited to do what I'm about to do and end the podcast, go on an adventure with friends, and just, I don't know. I'm at that age now where it's like I'm learning to put things down that are not important, but I'm also learning to hold things really close to me that are really important. Things that don't take my energy as much as other things. And I think when you go through stupid shit and it kind of leaves a lasting impression and then you rise above it. Like, I had a friend who was in the trenches from something that was a trauma, and then she found the love of her life, and she was like, he came into my life when I really didn't expect him to, and here's me just like loading a couch onto the back of some guy's trailer, absolutely unaware of what's going on. No makeup, no bra, friggin' fluoro socks on, whatevs. But it's when you least expect that life just takes absolute acceleration. And yeah, look, I am a different person from when I first moved to Queenstown just recently. Like, but in the same sense, like, the people that have seen me have thought nothing is different. It's crazy. There's even been people that I've seen that have said, I don't know where you went. And I was like, do you not have like social media? Like, what? I thought you had Facebook. Oh, no, I just have Messenger. I don't use Facebook. Oh, I didn't know that the two of them were separate. You could have Messenger. You didn't have to have Facebook. So, I don't know. People I thought knew that I was back here don't. And I'm just kind of slowly just finding my feet again, and it's been great. I'm exploring the shops. I'm taking the time to, like, you know, move around and see things. I found a shop yesterday that isn't even advertised anywhere, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then I don't know, I got really excited and told Mum, and I said, when you're coming back from Cromwell, like, make sure you pop into this shop on the way home because it's amazing. She did. She brought half the store. She was like, what the frig is this? If you guys are, you know, in Queenstown, it's the Torpedo 7, the old store. Go in there. I don't know what the heck that is going on, but there's like half of an H&M store, like the clothing store, and then half of it's like shoes and makeup and like shops that are, I don't know, going under. It's just the weirdest concept. And I said to the girl yesterday when I was actually there to buy a pillow, what is this, and is it sticking around? And she said, yeah, every time something sells out, it gets replenished. And I was like, oh, this is exciting for the community. I don't think people know this is here. So, you know, I hope that you guys can just kind of gauge that obviously I'm having a lot of fun being back, and it is just where I'm meant to be in life. I'm very excited. I'm going to Raro in 3 weeks, and then I get to kind of, I don't know, just continue on continuing. And anyway, I think that's, you know, catching you guys up to where I'm at, still on the excited to turn another decade bandwagon, and got really great sort of flirtatious situations happening in my life. I don't know. It's funny because I started this episode thinking I didn't really have much to talk about, and then apparently between the marketplace and the supermarket situation with people that have seen me, and then Queenstown men in general and gym memberships, I think this is just where I'm at right now. I am nearly a month back. I'm finding my feet. I'm building this new routine that I have no idea what it looks like. I just get up in the morning, get excited to have a coffee, sit and watch people coming and going. I'm actually really enjoying the randomness of life again. Somewhere amongst all of that, I'm actually going, you know, to a tropical island. I'm still deciding what happens with the podcast. But yeah, I don't quite know anything yet. And strangely, I'm really okay with everything. Whereas, my God, a month ago, I was not. So anyway, you guys, for now, thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to come along for these weird little chapters and blips in my life. I will catch you next Tuesday. Keep warm, as I say. And yeah, we'll see where this takes us next week. But I can guarantee next week, as we edge near that 100 episode, I will have more structure and more things to talk about, and maybe even get my mum on the podcast. Like, I'm going to put a poll on my social media and see if people want to hear from my mum. She's crazy. I mean, if I'm who I am and she is my mum, you can only guess what she's like, right? Anyway, take care. I'll talk to you in a week. Bye.